back to the Pop Rewind podcast. I'm Linz.
I'm Lee.
And today we've got a little bonus episode for you. We're going to be doing a reaction to the Ghostbusters 2016 movie trailer.
Da-na-na-na-na. Boy, they sure made sure to drop that song all throughout the trailer, huh?
They got to remind you.
Yeah. You're watching Ghostbusters. They want you to know that you're watching Ghostbusters.
All right, so first thing I noticed in this trailer, we're told 30 years ago, 4 scientists saved New York. This summer, a new team will answer the call. So I was under the impression that this was going to be more of a reboot.
Well, that's what I had heard.
Yeah, this is kind of setting it up to be more of a sequel.
Yeah, so with all the cameos in it, are we expecting to see some kind of sequel, that passing the torch thing they've been kind of playing around with? What's going to happen?
Well, yeah, I mean, they've got 3 Ghostbusters, plus Sigourney Weaver, plus Annie Potts in for cameos.
Yeah.
I'm kind of confused about this.
Well, here's hoping. What's your overall take on the trailer? I mean, does this look like a movie you want to see?
Oh, I'm definitely going to go see it. I mean, Ghostbusters plus that cast equals Happy Linz.
Okay. Yeah, I gotta say, I'm interested in seeing it based off the trailer. Overall, it looks like it's a fun movie. I think it grabs that concept of maybe particularly from the second movie. The second one wasn't so scary, but it was a fun movie.
Right. Yeah, I would agree with that.
Okay. So, growing up, the second one was my favorite, so why not?
The second one was your favorite?
When I was growing up.
Oh, wow.
Not now.
Oh, okay.
There are things I really like about the second one. I like Vigo. I like Janos Poha. I like the museum thing. I hate the score of that movie. It's so terrible. It ruins the movie.
Okay.
It's so hokey.
It's kind of like the stereotypical bad movie soundtrack.
Yeah, it is. It's like they got it from a stock library. That is the worst movie score of all time.
Hey, Bill Murray was pretty famous. They had to dump all their money into getting him.
Yeah, no kidding. Jeez. Coca-Cola should have ponied up some more sponsorship on that one.
For reals. But hey, speaking of Coca-Cola, we're getting Ecto Cooler back.
Are we now?
We are.
I didn't know that.
Oh. And we're also getting Ghostbusters Key Lime Slime Twinkies. And probably a bunch of other Ghostbusters stuff because they renewed all sorts of trademarks.
I don't remember Key Lime Twinkies the first time around.
No, but hey, I'll take it.
Okay. Well, so at least we'll be happy in the snack department.
Now, I know, Lee, you're not a fan of the Ecto-1 design initially.
No, I wasn't. Part of that is because I feel like this movie needs to draw the line in the sand between reboot and remake. And if it's reboot, I feel like it should be a totally different car and not feel like kind of a slimline version of the original car, which I thought was like just one of those iconic movie cars. So good. Mm-hmm. And this one takes far fewer Lego pieces to put together, so I'm not as excited.
Going back to the remake versus reboot thing, it doesn't even seem like the movie knows what it's doing with that. It really seems like they started with one script and halfway through they got another one.
Yeah, I'm not really so sure what the plot of this one is. I think, to its credit, especially the second Ghostbusters movie had a very clear plot. There was an evil presence in New York, and it all led back to the museum where there was this spirit trapped in a painting. That felt like a pretty solid plot to me.
I know we'll see more with more trailers coming out, and when the movie finally does come out, we watch it, and all will be explained, but I'm still a little hesitant about this whole, is it a sequel, what's its deal thing.
Yeah.
I think if that were more clearly outlined, and we could get a better idea of what's going on, it might be a more solid film. But overall, I'm still really excited for it. Love the cast, especially Kate McKinnon and Kristen Wiig.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited to see this one. Let me ask you this. Do you think that the hate on this movie has been blown out of proportion?
Yes.
Well, that's all the time we have for now on the Pop Rewind podcast.
No, you see a lot of people online. Well, maybe not a lot, but I did see people online saying, oh my God, this is good. Girl, Ghostbusters, this is ruining my childhood. And it's like, really?
But is that the reason people don't like it? Because to me, my initial turnoff was it's not the movie that's been touted as eventually coming for the past 20 years. I've been reading Ghostbusters 3 blogs for like 15 years. And it's always like, new development. Dan Aykroyd bumped into Bill Murray at a cocktail party and there's going to be a Ghostbusters 3. And it just obviously never happened. Are we just bummed we didn't get that movie, or do we really have a problem that it's women as Ghostbusters?
I'm not saying because it's women, but because they're redoing it, people were crying about my childhood being ruined. As for the Dan Aykroyd stuff, I think he's a little off kilter. I think there's a reason why that Ghostbusters 3 never came to fruition.
Yeah, I would say that movie was just... It was a very long, drawn-out ordeal, and I just don't think it was going to happen. Whereas I feel this movie, hey, you know what? At least it got done. If anything, it's going to bring some interest back to a franchise that's been very underutilized over the last few decades. And I'm excited to see what else comes out of the Ghostbusters camp. I think some kind of Ghostbusters TV show would be great.
A cartoon or a live action?
Either way, I'd kind of like to see a Ghostbusters TV show that's, kind of like X-Files or something, a little on the dark side. I think it could be a really great show. The first couple seasons of the animated series for Ghostbusters were fun.
Right.
Well, you're thinking of the one with the gorilla in it, though. Not that one.
Oh. But I love Tracy.
Oh.
All right. Any other thoughts on the Ghostbusters 2016 film?
I'm going to say this movie looks like one I'm actually going to check out. And, it's not completely there yet, but let's see what else happens.
Yeah, I'm excited for it, but I would like some more info and looking forward to more trailers. Well, hey, thanks for listening to the Pop Rewind podcast. I've been Linz.
And I've been Lee. Bye. See, I get to do it this time.
Aww.
PopRewind.com